Let's break down the Atkinson-Shiffrin multi-store model of memory, aka modal model, for the EPPP. This model describes how information flows through three stages: sensory register, short-term memory, and long-term memory. The sensory register is the first stop for incoming sensory input, sight, sound, smells. Its capacity is very large because you can take in a whole scene instantly. And its duration is extremely brief. Visual info lingers for less than a second, auditory info lingers for about 2 to 3 seconds. Most of the information fades quickly unless you're paying attention to it. For example, you see a bird fly by, unless you're really focusing on the bird, the sensory trace is gone almost instantly. Short-term memory is kind of like a temporary workspace where information is held momentarily. Miller referred to items of information held in the short-term memory as chunks. Chunk is like a digit, a word, some meaningful unit, and Miller found that short-term memory has a capacity of 7 plus or minus 2 chunks of info. Duration without rehearsal is 20 or 30 seconds, but with maintenance rehearsal, the information can be kept alive longer. An example of this is remembering a 7-digit phone number just long enough to dial it. Moving on to long-term memory, which is like the permanent storage system. Its capacity is essentially unlimited. Its duration is potentially lifelong. Getting information into long-term memory requires rehearsal, elaboration, or association. Retrieving info that is stored in the long-term memory involves bringing it back into the short-term memory or working memory if needed. Classic example of this is knowing how to ride a bike years after first learning how to do so. Pulling it all together, attention is like the gatekeeper from sensory register to short-term memory. Rehearsal/encoding is the process that moves info from short-term to long-term memory. And forgetting can happen at any stage.